Hey everyone, this is MB1 Bumper, and I am bringing you Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Now this game is an action role-playing game set in an open world in the Lord of the Rings universe. This game is developed by Monolith Productions and released by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. Now the story of this game actually takes place in between The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings saga. And from the very beginning of the game, you'll notice you start off as a ranger by the name of Talion, and you and your wife are taken captive. She is killed before your eyes, and you are used in a blood sacrifice. Now this blood sacrifice actually gives you the ability to be banished from death. I mean, how cool is that? Banished from death. And on top of that, you get wraith-like abilities to use and upgrade throughout the game to get your revenge. So, welcome to Mordor. Now the wraith-like abilities will allow you to impose your will on enemies, gather information, spread tales of Talion amongst the enemies to decrease their morale, or assassinate or find their leaders. Throughout the game, you'll also find these Forge Towers. These are extremely important. They will unlock certain parts of the maps where you can find artifacts, missions, and certain war chiefs to go throughout the game. Now your ranger abilities help you move throughout the game with stealth-like abilities, which is extremely important. You will need to use this all the time. You will also find flowers and herbs to help you along the way if you're low on health. Now you'll see a number of characters throughout the game. Gollum, you'll see Oryx. One of my personal favorites are the Caragors. Now these can be controlled as well and used against war chiefs. If a war chief has weakness towards a Caragor, it comes in pretty effective. Also in the cave systems of Mordor, you'll find ghouls, and they'll also burrow out of the ground at night. If ghouls do overwhelm you, just use a Wraith Blast, and that comes in pretty handy against all of them. And also the most vicious creature by far that I've seen in Mordor are the Grogs. Now you do not want a Grog chasing you at all, but if you do gather the ability, you can control the Grog and use them against your enemies, which comes in extremely handy. Now Monolith has introduced a new system called the Nemesis system, which I think is fantastic. So when you come up to a captain, veteran captain, or war chief, and you get them low on health, and that little ring around them glows green, you want to grab them with your Wraith-like abilities and gather as much intel as you can. This will tell you the locations of others, their strengths, their weaknesses, and things like that. Now when you're done with your gathering your intel, you just simply get rid of the guy, kill him, and he'll leave you a little prize like right here. You can use this on your abilities, on your Wraith abilities, upgrade your weapons, things like that. Will become extremely useful throughout the game. Now if you do happen to get killed by another orc or a captain or veteran captain, he will be promoted and he will become stronger and a lot tougher next time you meet him. He will probably have a lot more orcs with him as well. And they duel each other to gain hierarchy amongst the army. So it's pretty cool. I absolutely love the way they have done this. I wanted to show you some of the brutal finishes you'll be seeing in the game and swordplay that you'll be doing during the game as well. As you can see, it's absolutely brutal, just cutting their heads off and just taking down orc after orc after orc as they come at you in waves. And sometimes, I just like to go out here and just fight orcs, just in the game, not even do any missions, just go out there and have a blast fighting orcs. But it gets easier as time progresses because you gain the abilities and things like that. Now also in the story, you'll be helping allies as well, find their lost loved ones. You'll also find artifacts that help you tell the story of the greatest elven smithmaster of the Second Age and the maker of the Rings of Power, who also seeks revenge against Sauron. So it's pretty cool. Also, one of my favorite characters in the game that I find pretty comical is a orc called Ratbag. Now Ratbag, you use him to become a war chief so you can find out the location of the Black Captain, and he's pretty comical. As you can see, the cinematics in this game are just absolutely outstanding. Monolith Productions did a fantastic job with the makings of Shadow of Mordor. And if I had to give it my own personal opinion out of a rating out of 10, it would be a 9.5. I mean, I love this single player game that much. I highly recommend it to all you gamers, and it should definitely be a part of your video game collection. There's a lot of hours of playing in this video game, and I'm still not all the way through it. I'm only about 26 to 27 hours into it right now, and I've heard there's more DLC coming out at the end of the year, so I cannot wait to see the rest of this game and the rest of the story unfold. And if you guys haven't added me up yet and you want to see more great clips, I am MB1 Bumper. Go out there and find me on the featured creator list on Upload. Add me up. Also add Official Upload up, guys. They have fantastic clips as well as the other featured creators. And I will see you guys at the Black Gates.